Hi, welcome to my studio. Today I'm making my first English tutorial and I'm going to talk a little bit about moulage or draping. Moulage is the name in French and draping in English. Draping is modeling a garment using a dress form. It allows the designer to visualize the garment in 3 dimensions and make adjusts and adaptations for the creation. After created, the muslin is transferred to the paper to be corrected and used as a flat pattern making. First of all, you must mark on the dress form the circumferences, such as neckline, bust line, waistline, and hip line. Then, you must mark the center front, center back, side line, shoulder line, and you must draw the armhole. This will give you the basis to start draping. First, I'm starting cutting a piece of fabric to begin my draping. I'm cutting the fabric using the length of the skirt. I'm going to make a skirt about 60 centimeters long by 1/4 of my hip. It's almost 25 centimeters, but I'm leaving some extra fabric. So I'm cutting a piece of fabric of 70 centimeters by 35. The straight grain of the skirt is perpendicular to the floor, so I'm going to draw first my center front line parallel to the selvage of the fabric. I'm leaving some extra fabric, so I'm marking 3 centimeters here, about 1 inch and a half, and I'm drawing the center front line. Done. Now open the center front, the marked center front of the muslin to the center front of the dress form. I'm leaving 5 centimeters above the waistline or 2 inches. First, I can see through the muslin the bias tape. That's why I like to mark it in red. It's easier to see. Now, I'm going to mark the hip line. Now, I'm going to see through the fabric. I mark here in the center front. So now I'm going to take out the fabric of the bodice and square it. Here is the center front and the hip line and the waistline. First, I'm going to mark the measure of my 1/4 of the hip line or half of the front hip line. That is 25 of my dress form, plus 1 centimeter because I don't want it too tight, and I'm going to square it. Up and down, and measure from the waistline the 60 centimeters I want as length. Let's measure 60 and I'm going to close the rectangle. Now I have to mark a point to start making the waist. From this line I've just marked, I'm going to mark 3 centimeters going in the rectangle. So that's the way I start to model my waist. First, I'm pinning all my center front and my hip line to this 1 centimeter I added. So I have to distribute this extra centimeter when I pin it. Now, this point I have marked here, I'm going to join to the waistline on the side line. So now I'm starting to adjust the waist. Now I'm marking the side line here, following the side line of the dress form. This excess, this fabric excess, is going to be the darts to adjust the muslin and the model to the body. So I like to make 2 darts here. I'm going to make them between this princess line here, and the side line. I'm trying to make them with the same size. And then I'm going to fold them to the center front. But you don't need to mark them now. Just to know that their excess needs to be folded to the center front. So, now you have to mark all the bases. Waistline, side line, and darts. Now I'm going to cut with the seam allowance. Now the front is ready, all marked with seam allowance. Repeat the process to drape the back of the skirt, and but make only one dart following the princess line. Now that's it. Now you can visualize the skirt with half of the front and half of the back. I really hope you like it. If you have any doubts or comments, you can leave it here. It will be a pleasure to answer you. Thank you and see you next time.